Hello everyone, welcome to day 3 of our HP Quickstart training class. This is day 3 of 5. My name is Rhett Scott with hpCommerce Software. Today's topic will be working with vendors, purchasing, purchase advice, and automated reordering. The first item we want to cover is vendors, and we've touched upon the first topic several times, and I just want to reiterate our relationship in HP for vendors and manufacturers. Vendors are who you would purchase products from. Some people may have direct purchasing relationship with manufacturers, and that's a great situation to be in. But many others are purchasing through distributors, and they're buying lots of manufacturers' products. Manufacturers are who make items, and manufacturers in HP are aligned with product line codes. I also want to remind everyone who may be new to HP, we want to try to leverage what you already have. When it comes to vendors, if you have an existing vendor address book in a spreadsheet or another software program, there are many times when we can format that and import that into HP for you in order for you to get started. In order to get into vendor management, you do F vendor management, and then in order to search for a vendor, you can just type in any part of the name that you know of. So I'm just going to type in state, and that brings me up a list of vendors, and then I can double click on Motor State. We then went into taking a look at a review of the dashboard. F1, edit a vendor. If you're using the accounts payable system, you can go into F3 and F5 to take a look at payment and billing history. The accounts payable system is an advanced topic. You can also add notes to the vendor's file by pressing F4, and then there's some nice shortcuts that you can use on the F1 menu, my favorite being the Control-T. So we can just press Control-T, and that will bring up a date and timestamp, and you can enter a note, and then that will be saved. And then if I go back in and I open up the notes again, then I can just add a new note on top of this one, and I can timestamp it again. And this is a really great way of just adding a chronological history of notes. Okay, mailing labels. There's two types of mailing labels that you can print out. You can print out a standard address label, which is 1 inch tall and about 3.5 inches wide, or you can print out a large shipping label. I'll show you an example of both of these. So we're just going to print a mailing label, and we'll print to a sheet of Avery labels, and that will bring us up a regular mailing label that prints out to a sheet of Avery shipping or mailing labels. Then we can also print out a shipping label, and you'll see that that is a big label that prints out to an Avery 8164 format, and it's just a very big label. Product lines are something we're going to touch on towards the end of our presentation when we talk about automated reordering. You can delete a vendor by using D, and that will remove the vendor from the system as long as there's not any open purchase orders for the vendor. And then you can have as many email addresses set up for a vendor as you want. You can add additional email addresses by going into alternate emails, and you can add the number of email addresses you need, indicate a contact name and a function just by using the dashboard that's at the bottom of the alternate email form. Let's go into edit this vendor. So we're going to go into F1 edit. Once we're in edit mode, you can edit any of the information that is here. The primary email, different phone numbers, the address. You can indicate your tax ID and your terms, and a remit to address. The remit to address is used in the accounts payable system in HP if you enter a bill and then print out a check. Let's go ahead and add a new vendor. To add a new vendor, you press escape to get to a blank vendor management screen. Then just press F10 add vendor. The only information you have to provide when setting up a vendor is the name. Once you've provided your street information, the cursor will move down to the zip code field. There's a zip code lookup database in the system. You can type in your zip code, and it will locate the city and state. If you happen to be working with an out-of-the-country address, if you specify any country code other than US or Canada, then the hyphens will be removed from the phone number fields and they will become free form, and you'll be able to type in whatever you want to into those fields. But as long as you specify a country code of US or Canada, the phone number will be formatted for you. There's ample room for plenty of phone numbers. You can enter email addresses, put in your dealer number, tax ID, indicate your terms, establish a credit limit. The credit limit, tax ID, dealer number, those are just for your ability to save the information for reference. The dealer number will print out on a purchase order if you provide it. Once you're done entering the information that you need to, you can press escape and it will save the information. I want to keep it simple. Vendor management is just an address book, but it's necessary for the purchasing system and for the accounts payable system if you're using that tool.